handle the ops would be manageable if it was only like 30 or 40 people tops?
Sometimes.
That map, no. That map's
Okay.
probably like a 10 to 15.
Oh, are you guys talking about the map that?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
we're
would
linking-
probably
well-
be for like
Hey,
squad
wake up.
level operations for like kill team stuff.
We're talking
User
about
was
moved
a
to your
mod
channel.
coming out, and possibly in 2021.
Well, let's go ahead and first say hi to stream.
Hello,
Hi,
internet.
Hi, streams.
Hello.
Gross, this stream.
So, gentlemen, ladies, it's been a minute. How you guys doing?
Doing okay. Also noticing a lack of people here today.
We are running a little light, yeah. Tiger is currently dealing with, well, not dealing, but he's having a family encounter of his own right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Cryleave is 100 miles away. I don't know what he's doing. He didn't. It wasn't actually. Well, Attorney, I think you actually read more of that. What was he doing?
I actually got no clue.
Okay, yeah. So he's 100 miles away from his computer. So all we know is he's 100 miles away from his computer.
He's coming. He's coming at least.
Oh,
He's
okay.
trying to.
Okay, gotcha. Beyond that,
It's gonna be pretty late.
who else are we missing? We're missing
Liru.
Liru. Oh yeah, I thought Liru in...
He better be doing 100 miles per
Said
hour.
up to 30 minutes late.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he might be 30 minutes late. Yeah.
Isn't Breezy in here now too?
Breezy is here, but he is currently at work today, so he is unable to
Yeah.
leave.
We also don't have Tiger and...
And Tiger
Did you
is
mention
with family. Yeah.
Okay.
Rip Tiger.
Oh, well, we got the medic.
That's all we need.
Aw, thank
We
you.
Hey,
also-
you got
guys.
me.
Yeah.
Me, so
Did
whatever you
anybody
can't fix, I'll replace.
Did anybody get a word from Jackal?
Jackal. Yeah, so we'll see if Jackal's around.
Beep boop beep boop.
He
Get in
hasn't
here
said
so I can
anything.
replace your limbs and organs with metal.
That's,
Oh, he's playing PlanetSide 2.
Oh yeah. To be
He may not be
fair,
in the mood, it's fine.
to be fair, that PlanetSide 2 is getting a pretty big update sometime soon.
Yeah.
Just give him a poke and remind him and see what he wants to do.
I'll do it.
But yeah. So, I'm recently back from my wonderful excursion to New Orleans Mardi Gras. Yep, New Orleans Mardi Gras and beyond. How are you guys doing today?
I slept all day.
I'm managing. Then again, I think got a bit of an announcement. Not that it matters much, but got a text from my sister. She's engaged now.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, congratulations, dude.
Congrats.
Congratulations, yeah.
Not to you. Yeah. But you get the point.
Well, I'm not marrying my sister. That'd just be weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I thought we had to kind of like explain that. Explain that for.
It's
On
a pretty-
behalf of your
it's a pretty
friends.
good
Explain to the Twitch, you're not marrying your sister on live.
Twitch, we do
It's
not
not me.
we do not promote incest here.
Anyways, as for what's going on, I have a local festival is happening over here tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool.
Eh? Yeah, it sounds fun, but with all this global drama of diseases and foreign people.
Yeah.
All right. Tech, Attorney, anything new with you guys?
Well, I don't have a lot that's interesting going on in my life.
You're lying.
But-
You're a very interesting person.
No, I don't. I'm not lying when I say I don't have a lot that's interesting going on.
Okay.
Honestly,
Fair enough.
nothing interesting on my end either.
All right. Templar, anything interesting on your end? It's been a minute since we see each other.
No, not much. Just been feeling iffy at times.
All right.
Like sickness or what?
I slept all day.
Hey, there are far worse things to do.
I just woke up like 5 minutes ago.
Well, good morning then.
I have a bagel and hot Cheetos. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
by the way,
treat
if you haven't already-
TTRPGs like breakfast?
If you haven't already, I highly recommend looking into Metro Exodus. Picked it up on Steam a while back.
Oh yeah, Metro Exodus is on Steam now.
Nice, nice. Well then, I think
Play
without
Stalker Anomaly.
cool.
The better game.
The better game.
Stalker's always better than Metro, and you know it.
You missed a good conflict resolution between me and Skeletor Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought you and Noel were bad.
Oh boy, what do you do this time?
Oh no, it's just a fun conflict resolution. Skeletor's really
Okay.
funny when he's yelling.
Okay, so as long as it ended amicably.
Oh yeah, it was good. Wow,
Anywho.
Achilles.
I can shamelessly self promote in my own everything really as much as I want. All right.
Uh-huh.
So I guess without any further ado, we should go ahead and begin our session today.
Sounds good.
So we pick off last time. Does anybody remember exactly what happened? It's been a minute.
Well, after we figured it. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I got a message on the data slate to go to some bar on the surface and thought it was strange. So
This was.
I started gathering people as we walked down the hallways to find the Inquisitor who wasn't there. Then we tried to talk to the chaplain who didn't want to talk to us. So then we talked to Caledon, and then we wound up going down. We basically learned that there's been a bunch of serial killer type stuff going on in one of the lower hive areas. And then we went back to the surface. I mean, not the surface, the ship.
So
The restock, I believe. All of this was also after we got some serious medical work done.
There was a man who didn't want to talk to us, but also wanted to talk to us.
yes.
He get paid to point out one thing. That's it.
So, you guys did receive a mysterious encrypted message that you later found out was from the Technologist Inquisitor Vice Helix before he had left the system, pointing you in the direction of a particular bar to which you discovered a rather unsuspecting and unremarkable citizen who was strangely there to point at a newspaper. Upon further investigation, it led you to a series of gruesome murders, to which then you did a little bit more investigation on your end. Well done on that part, however. That brought up a recent string of murders that had... Do you remember what was the common theme about them?
6!
The number 6.
Indeed, the number 6.
It was a long pause.
Yep.
They like
sorry.
the number 6 because it
I was
gives
like,
it
am I
6
wrong?
kicks.
No, you're right. Indeed, it was the number 6. Upon, well, through a number of unsuccessful attempts to try to ascertain what the hell the number 6 could really have anything to do with anything that's going on, you decided to take your findings aboard the flagship to where we actually left off last game. The rest of you participated in a series of, shall we say, shenanigans across the ship, and others of you who I think will be joining us later on took part in some rather, well, if we didn't know that the God Emperor of Mankind was indeed not a god, but just a man, we would say that he took place in some heretical actions against some sacred armors. But, lo and behold, nothing came to pass. At least not that we know of yet. So, we find ourselves back aboard the ship. You guys disembark from your escapades. Caledon makes his way back to his room well, we don't really know what I guess we'll find out later. But you are all left back to your own devices. I believe it was Black Templar, Mad Marker, Emmy, or Sumi, I'm sorry. It was.
I just went back to the temples.
Yeah, Mad Marker. I will eventually learn the name of the tech priest. I promise.
Would it be Leobrecht?
There you go, Leobrecht. Yes, I knew it. Somebody knew it.
He
Leobrecht.
says sweating.
Yeah, Leobrecht, and I believe Keith, you were there with him as well.
I mean, I guess.
Anyway, you guys find yourselves back in the hangar, left to your own devices.
Sorry, it's been a while. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I assume that the what little intel Keith actually managed to recover was already handed off by now. Autoquills and data slates, I think it was.
Yes.
Okay. Thought I'd double check, make sure the shared here was done. Okay, there we are. Oh yeah, picked quarters and autoquills. That's what they were. So, who wants to do what?
Hey, wake up.
Well,
Wonderful
given that
gameplay,
we-
guys.
I mean,
Given
I'm
that
just still,
we-
I'm just sitting back on planet, just chilling in the Mechanicus temples, trying to get still trying to do what I'm trying to source some cybernetics.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that Vice Helix has already left the system. That means Keith's hopes of learning how to make guns is gone. See here.
Can Amy go practice with her power sword since she hasn't really used it in a while?
Probably a good idea. Let's see. Heck with it. Who needs help doing stuff?
You can always practice with Emmy if you want.
I don't exactly have a power sword.
Well, you can be the practice dummy.
Could you say that again, but slower, and think about what you're saying again, please?
I know
Oh,
what I said.
she thought it through. She's very clear, but you're also a guardsman. You are as expendable as a training dummy.
Are you saying you can't take a hit?
From a power sword.
I'm sure you could take one.
Pussy!
Think about it. Whatever she
just
cuts
smack
off
him with
our
the
place
side.
with metal.
Smack him with
makes
the
you better.
broadside of it. The broadside of the sword.
You're not helping,
smack him
Templar.
with-
The flesh is weak, and you know it.
It's not the flesh I'm worried about, it's the will.
What?
You'll be
What?
fine. What's the worst that happens?
Thanks
Don't
back to
worry, we live in a 40k millennium. We can replace your inner organs.
It's okay, scars are sexy.
What?
This. Not the... Yep, fine. Let's see. If she's okay with using fight training without the power field, I'll jump in.
Alright. There are a number of different training fields aboard a very large city-sized dreadnought of the Imperium of Man. Let's roll to see which one you find yourself at closest to. Give me a roll of a... Yeah, we'll do a d6 this time.
Who?
Whoever is leading the way to find a training field.
Me!
Alright, give me a roll of a 1d6, please. Alrighty. And a 1d6 gets you... Very interesting. Alright, so you guys wander around for a minute, get a little lost. Then you find yourselves in a more familiar area. You find yourselves at one of the practice fields used by the Adeptus Astartes. There doesn't seem to be any large groups of Space Marines here, you do see a couple of them who are, off in the distance, practicing with their power spears, fighting, and then a couple others who are fighting in hand-to-hand combat. But you find a space that you can kind of call your own, and which would be sufficient for you to practice your craft. We'll get back to you guys here in just a second.
Good thing.
Yep, Mad Marker and I believe.
Read the name.
No, I'm just trying to figure out who else was actually in there with you guys. Mad Marker, is there anything that you guys wanted to get to?
I'm just gonna follow them to the practice field and see how they do.
No problem. Then you guys, then you find yourself as well. It's a little uncomfortable, but you guys are not harassed in any sort of way. They just kind of, you see a couple of the Space Marines who look your direction and then just kind of look, go back to what they're doing. They're more or less nowadays are used to seeing you kind of around their section of the ship. In the world of more interesting things that are going on, and interesting not in the way that it is actually fascinating to watch, but more or less peculiar, I guess you could say. Gums, having obtained your mutant crab claw and found your way out of the contraband office
With all getting caught.
without getting caught, want to say.
Without getting beaten
You
up.
also managed to make your way to the kitchen, to which you decide that it is the greatest idea in all of the Imperium to cook the mutant crab claw.
I'm going to rub his hairy palms.
Gums, would you please roll me a
Oh no.
base, because you have never cooked mutant crab claw before. A base roll for your cooking skill, please.
What? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna fate that for a second.
Okay. Go ahead and use your fate.
Oh no.
Wow, that was a roll on a 71 too. Interesting.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
So,
He actually cleaned it.
so, Gums, after roughly about 30 to almost 40 minutes of preparing this meal. Oh, okay.
User was moved
And
to
there's
your
Leroy.
channel.
After about 30 to 40 minutes, and Leroy, you just came at the right time, you believe you have sufficiently cooked the mutant crab claw. Now, it smells edible. You're not sure if it is meant for human consumption or abhuman consumption, but it smells like it could be eaten safely, possibly, maybe. Would you like to consume this mutant crab claw meal?
So Gums is feeling elated. He has made what he has conceived to be the perfect meal, or at least a perfect meal, the likes of which that any guardsman will beg for. And for some reason, he's feeling a bit charitable. How much portions do you think he'd have cooked that will came out that one?
That
half
mutant
a
crab
claw?
claw was huge. You could
Okay, so
probably make, I'd say at least 3 good proportion meals.
So that's 2 to share. So Gums is gonna package 3 portions, and he's gonna make sure the crab claw has like its little sides and stuff that he can just pack and go with.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the 40k equivalent of rice and maybe peas. But it's gonna or dal. I don't know what's the 40k equivalent, but it's gonna be a meal, and you're gonna package all three of it.
Sure. All right.
Are you making a bento box?
The 40k equivalent of a bento box. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna
And
say
it's
you
gonna
basically
leave-
make some sort of a, since I just came back from New Orleans, I'd say that you probably have made the equivalent of mutant crab claw etouffee.
I have no idea what it is, but it sounds amazing.
I don't either, but yeah.
Admittedly,
It sounds
it does have a
amazing.
certain
It sounds
charm to
fancy.
the
It
idea.
sounds
It
like a
does. Sounds
great
French.
meal. It's gonna
Which
be
I guess-
packaged, and Gums is gonna leave the kitchen and he's gonna try to find any of his squad mates.
Oh, no.
Somebody's gonna he's gonna try to see and find any of his fellow squad mates to share this glory with them.
Where do you want to go to first?
I have no idea what anybody is.
I know. Where do you want to go to first?
Okay, so Gums is gonna investigate the box.
All right. So you're gonna go to the barracks. Liru, if I'm not mistaken, and if my notes are correct here, I believe we left off with Frank in his barracks room, correct? After
Is
wandering,
he? Yep. Yep.
after wandering
his,
around,
punishment.
after his punishment and wandering around the ship a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, your longtime friend of the Ratling known as Gums comes proudly marching into the barracks room.
Behold, I have cooked the best meal you've ever gotten within this regiment. And he holds up his he holds up his bentos like it's some sort of. Has anybody
Yep.
played like the original Zelda?
That situation, gotcha.
Yeah.
He even makes the sound, Frank. You see, before you actually smells like a very edible meal, of a interesting meat that you're not really familiar with, unless you're from, a ocean world like Orbita, or if you're from, well, actually, crustaceans are really only native to any ocean world or world that have a great amount of oceans on them. So, it's a peculiar looking meat, but it looks and smells quite delectable.
Ah, it smells wonderful, Gums. What is it?
I call it. Gums kind of pauses a little, kind of lowers it, then raises back up. Ration Gums! Gums ration! Gums ration! I call it ration. Gums ration.
All right, so we have a meat going here. Is there a sauce? What are the sides? This intrigues me.
What before you looks like it looks as are you familiar with etouffee?
No.
Creole food. Okay. It's a so what is before you is a platter of like some sort of a rice. You guys would know this as starch number C. Starch C with a kind of a reddish brownish roux that has a pretty spicy smell to it. Not a bad spicy smell, but like something that you could tell that there's quite a bit of spice has been used in creating this.
Delicious.
With the roux also covering a reddish and whitish meat that is on there as well. The meat looks a little kind of flaky, but juicy.
So, is there anyone else in the barracks? Anyone?
No, because John is off somewhere else on the ship. Mad Marker's not not in the barracks, and Keith is off with Mad Marker, or Keith is off training with the Sororitas, who is also not in there. So yeah,
all right,
you're by yourself.
I'm gonna tap my comm bead. I'm gonna see if I can get on a talking frequency with anyone. Gonna tune it to everyone. Say, hey guys, Gums made like really good food from the smell of it. It's in the barracks. I think you made Gums. How much did you make of this? How many portions?
There's 3 very good sized portions.
I know. I want him to tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to eat some myself, so two.
Well, I know.
2 portions.
All right, 2 portions. So it's first come, first serve. You made some real this. This smells great. This is like I think 5 times better than mess hall food. So it's here if anyone wants it. So I then untap my com bead. I look at Gums, go, okay, so I see I know, untap, right? Anyway. So I see this so Gums, this looks like starch C right here. What did you use as the meat? This thing looks delicious. I haven't seen this in the mess hall. Where'd you get it?
Gum does a very very cartoonish wink. That's a secret ingredient. I've recently discovered it.
Recently.
Don't worry, it's good. I know
It's
because I cooked
good.
it. I will know because I cooked it.
Gums, I've seen some of the stuff you cook. That concerns me a little bit. Frank would just turn around and facepalm. Okay. I'm going to attempt to inspect the meat to see if I know anything about it. What would I roll?
Before anything happens, Hetuni, no. Just no.
That's what he said.
Moving on. Moving on. Frank attempts to inspect the food.
This might be a scrutiny test if that is the case.
Scrutiny, got it.
I think the GM's died.
Either scrutiny test or Gums. Is it a specific tool set that you use for cooking, or is it survival?
The kitchen ingredients, yeah.
He used his trade skill, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, it would either be
or survival.
Yep, either of those.
So survival or scrutiny?
Let's go survival.
Oh god.
Because of the choices.
Any modifiers here?
Well, I'll allow a +10. Actually,
You prepared it really well.
yeah, just a +10.
Just being.
That's all right.
You can fade
I'm gonna
it if
fate
you really
to pass
want it.
that real quick.
Okay, so you pass. Frank, you know what Gums brought back, don't you?
I remember.
You also know he went off on a bit of an escapade.
He did.
What do you gather from this?
Gums. You know, I'm a fan of. How do I put it? I am a master at finding pillows. I'm really good at finding them, and I would know that as an expert in finding pillows, people would come to me to inspect what level a pillow is. So I think since you're clearly the master at culinary here, you should have the first bite.
Tom just kind of shrugs. He's that confident in his cooking. Fine. And he just kind of.
Tell me how it is.
And he just kind of takes his. Well, even though he pulls he sets the other food on like beside him, and he takes it away from Liru. He raises his finger, and he just kind of sticks it in the food and just kind of scoop it in his mouth, and this with like a wet popping noise, like. Yeah, he just.
On
he
that
just ate
day,
it.
Gums died.
Yeah, Gum just
Immediately
ate-
grows a clap claw.
Again, it was cooked. Don't you know? You gotta boil the impurities out. That's how cooking works.
Right.
Achilles?
Yeah.
I think I killed it.
So
What happens?
you eat
Oh.
it. First and foremost, give me a toughness check. Second of all, I need you to roll me a 1d10, please.
Here it comes.
Gums, you suffer 8 corruption points for eating corrupted flesh.
Mm.
Ooh.
You also feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Corrupted human flesh is not meant to be consumed by other humans.
Mm-mm.
Gon just kind of retches and just holds his.
It doesn't taste bad.
Oh.
You just feel incredibly sick to your stomach. You're not actually sick.
Oh, okay.
It
Not
tastes
yet, at
great.
least.
But the
It's
second
like
you
something's
die-
wrong,
Oh, God.
not actually feeling sick. Just
Oh, okay. So
a feeling of wrongness.
Wow.
So Gon just kind of shudders on the spot, like, ew.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, and Gon just kind of watches the food kind of, and he's kind of like close like his left eye, the one eye that has all the scribblings, and he just kind of squints at it. I think I just gonna use most. I think I cooked this wrong. He just kind of looks at wrong. There's a very sick look on his face. Not a very sick look, but it is a very. He doesn't look green yet. He doesn't look green as of yet, but he looks definitely uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It still tasted really good.
Well, it tastes.
It's like
good,
eating that thing that always makes your stomach hurt, but you can't stop eating it because it's so good.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos.
Just kind of eat bugs. Gun just kind of pulls the bowl and just kind of sniffs it a little.
Apparently,
I mean, it tastes.
Frank
It tastes
facepalmed
good,
in such
but...
a way as to stab himself in the eye.
Hold on, I'm rather
I'll be
curious.
back.
So that was just one lick. So would actually finishing the food just massively increase my corruption?
Huh.
Frank's just gonna go have a seat, lean back, and watch. This is amusing.
Do
Hitsuni?
you want to continue eating it?
His level 1 pillow as well.
I mean,
The question is, would Gums want to continue eating it? It felt so good, but so wrong.
you have to analyze the food. You have to see what's went wrong. So, as an experiment, Gon just kind of pinches with the crab meat and just pinches it a small bit, then kind of licks it a little.
It's quite supple. It's tender. You made it quite well. There's nothing that you can see that's wrong with it.
Gon just
Frank's gonna tap his combi.
Gon just kind of watches it in his fingers and just kind of pushes it in his mouth.
All right, take one more corruption point.
Is anyone on this frequency? I'm watching the Ratling do stuff in the barracks. I might need some help.
I mean, it doesn't.
Please.
I mean, what are you talking about? This doesn't taste bad. Just
And Gums,
Okay.
could you, for me? Actually, that doesn't happen yet.
One more.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think he's at 9 right now.
Oh no, he was at 9.
Oh no,
he's now at 10.
no. He actually gets.
Oh, that's a problem.
Ooh.
He actually does this. Roll me a.
This should be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could be witnessing our first player death soon.
Might not be.
Okay.
I mean,
I gotta check how these work again.
No. Malignancies don't work in that way.
Okay.
Okay, he's getting a malignancy currently. I actually forgot how malignancies worked to a degree, because there's not a lot of information on them here.
It might be one of those things that the GM's allowed to do.
And
Yeah, I think he's at 9 right now.
Is it?
9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9. 9.
I mean, to be fair, it's not. Players usually are dead before they start getting corruption points.
Make a willpower test for me, Gums.
Base?
Just base.
Is that how we got into this mess?
Greed.
All right.
Hmm.
Roll me a 1d100.
Oh boy.
Nice. Yeah, we can go with that. You kind of feel sick, actually. You actually now feel sick after eating it. Roll me a d10. You have some weird pains, and you kind of... Alright. You kind of feel a little bit ill. Alright. Take your toughness down by 1.
Take my...
Toughness down by 1.
Okay.
And keep it noted. You have gained the poor health malignancy. You didn't get as bad. You didn't get it bad as some, but you just don't feel right.
Keith and Mad Marker, you're in the same room.
Oh, I feel down.
So Gum just kind of know he's looking green. He looks like he wants to really puke, and he just kind of like hugs his gut. He's like, where's the bathroom? And he just kind of, and he looks visibly in pain. Basically, he's having a really bad time right now.
You want me to go deal with this, Sarge?
Well,
I'm kind of hoping that Gums will just learn his lesson, whatever he's doing.
True, but if something does happen, I mean, we don't know what the heck's going on. Yeah, heck with it. Caitlin? Sure. Yeah, boss. Go see what's going on over there, please. Sure thing. And she leaves.
so
I'm not a very good role player for women, I'm sorry.
you're fine. You're fine.
The really burly woman.
To be fair,
He is in the
do
guard.
imagine.
Templar,
Yes.
you're currently within the munitions forge in the upper hive.
Yes.
You had already done some preliminary, or you dropped off the Amnesian axes.
Oh no, I haven't dropped them off yet. I'm
Oh,
trading.
that's right.
They ain't getting them for free.
Okay.
Death
So,
Mechanicus is, if anything, is about give and take.
you found, so you got the information that you're looking for initially, right?
Yes, I got the information I was looking for on breaking the cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking for information on a way to acquire cybernetics, should the group need them or want to acquire them. Studies show that cybernetics in a combat unit have an extremely high percentage increase in combat efficiency of the unit as a whole, let alone the soldier themselves.
So, how are you looking to obtain this information?
He is going to just see if he can find, if he can source, if there's any native forges, like workshops on this planet that make cybernetics. If not, looking for similar temples or similar workshops that he can perhaps ascertain said information about from. And if that fails to prove any results, he'll just start asking tech priests of at least decent rank, "Hey, where can I get some cybernetic bits? I want to turn people. I want to get rid of weak flesh."
Okay. So, you tap into the Neosphere and give me a tech use check with plus 20. And Tech Priest, I'll need you for this.
Tech use plus 20.
Huh? You mean?
I'll need you here in just a second.
All right, let me boot up more Fox.
Oh no!
But
I need you for the GM side.
Oh, okay.
So, what you're attempting to do
additional
right now,
2 degrees of success on top.
right? 5.6.
So, you discover that there are no cybernetica style, or there are no cybernetica following forges aboard or on this planet. The forges that are here are mostly used for production of weapons for the local PDF and Imperial Guard forces, and are mostly designed for the production of the Omnissiah's glorious war machines that fuel the Omnissiah's ever growing armies to fight against the forces of chaos and corruption.
Apologies if I do butt in.
Go ahead.
Well, the world isn't dedicated towards cybernetic constructions. You probably would be able to find individuals who might take a commission or do it in their own time, given a little bit of searching. If I could have a... What would you say that is? I'm going to leave it between scrutiny or logic.
I like logic.
Plus 10.
Plus in the logic.
Yep. Okay.
9 degrees success.
I'd say you are more than capable of finding an individual. You know the places to look. You've done this before many times.
I would also, for 9 degrees of success, not to butt back in, but there is a local forge world within this sector. Tech Priest.
Yes.
Would you like to describe our forge world?
Let me see if I can butt up. I think I posted it. Was it the one that we were going with recently? Like the most recent one?
Correct.
Okay.
The one that we've been working on for a couple of months now.
All right. This Forge world is a rather unique beast in the galaxy. This is a... Hold on, the planet's name is Rygadon. However, the strangest part about it is that this is not a terrestrial planet. This forge world is built from a gas giant. Now, pretty much everything that's habitable is essentially floating with some technological assistance within a habitable zone, a layer of this gas giant that contains much of the atmosphere necessary to sustain life. Yeah, I know. Just
It's fine.
I'm
Ignore
sorry.
it.
I'm
Ignore
sorry.
it.
It's also technically a mining world because there are vast quantities of useful gases, including helium-3, which is naturally present at altitudes above the habitable zone, which is primarily used to fuel the world's innumerable plasma reactors, which power the world's manufactoria, planetary defense platforms, and the large-scale Archaeotech anti-gravitic plates that support everything. So what do they produce on such a uniquely positioned forge world? Airships. Combat airships. Heavily armored, heavily armed, lots of troops, an advanced combat information center. Just one provides almost an equivalent force multiplier as an entire capital imperialis. And it's the only forge world in the entire segmentum that can produce these massive war machines. The problem, though, it's gone dark.
Furthermore,
There has,
you and thank you, Tech Priest. Furthermore, you find in the methods of forge what you're looking for, being that it is a forge world, there are numerous different orders within the Adeptus Mechanicus, including those at Biologists who work upon the Cybernetica, that make high quality cybernetics specifically for Skitari, as well as a number of other combat servitors and things of the like. Would you like to know more?
I'd like to delve more into the information and see if there's any applicable cybernetics that could be applied to the squad to increase combat efficiency.
Give me a logic check with... Shit. Yeah, give me a logic check with plus 30.
Plus 30?
Yeah.
11 degrees of success.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know why I'm making you roll for it.
Beat boop, beat boop.
Yeah, I know. I'm literally playing
Just
right
see
cheers.
by how much he's succeeding.
Yeah, pretty much. How much?
Hey, logic and tech use are literally what this character is designed around.
How much of the information do you want to know? No. Okay.
Like
so
he's not looking for like cybernetics for combat servitors or utility servitors.
Yes.
Basically, he's filtering out servitors. He's filtering out Skitari, like the ones that require you to be a full-on Skitari, like the ones that are linked into the noosphere, like those straight
correct.
out. Ones that could be shoved in a person.
Yes. Understanding that's what you're looking for, you find more than what you're looking for. While some of the more medical cybernetics that can be found here on the Hive world,